So I see, is this competition or this is just complementation in which Mitt Romney is trying to emulate and be a clone of Obama now? I'm not sure how this is going to play out for him in the elections. Nevertheless, folks need to watch this. I mean, we need an original president or coming with some new things and so on. Obama's with his squares and Romney's also with his squares. But you see, it's a crucial decision in that in '08 the world was on the verge of collapse. America was in a position it has never been, or a lot of whites in Florida never thought it would come. And I advised them that it's coming, and these are things that we need to watch, and these are things we need to do. But they felt I was crazy, and they felt that I'm an enemy. And they started to harass me. Cops want to arrest me at the wheel, put me in jail, trying to get me on medications, all kind of stuff. Took my child away and all this. But in '08, Bush, with his wars and all that, run the country down, and it was on the verge of collapse. Businesses were almost defaulting, and bankruptcy was looming large. And many of the white folks there, John McCain and Hillary Clinton and some of the other folks out there, they were saying that let's see who is strong and let people pull themselves up by the bootstraps and so forth. And this is it, is shake down, and then we're going to have a rebirth. But I don't think they understood exactly what we're up against. You see, many old people, they all through life they've been sick, and saying, oh, this is just a regular sickness. I always been sick and so on. But there's a sickness that is leading to death, and they need to know the difference and put the house in order. And such that I believe that was one of the kind of sickness that was on there. I mean, hadn't Dr. Obama come on and prescribed the right medication, I think it would have been over. The whole world would have collapsed, because everywhere else could collapse. It's dragged the world on. When America go, it's over. And so we got to remember this, that this is what was looming large in '08, and Obama came on and reinvented hope and reinvigorated and revolutionized, how people perceive themselves in the country. And folks have come a little away from that verge of collapse, and they're forgetting this thing like, whatever. But they got to remember that it takes time to recover from certain illnesses, and we haven't recovered completely. Now, the question is, what would Romney have done in '08? And it's clear that he believes that, especially in Nevada, that housing market should bottom out and then come back up. It's the same philosophy. I don't know if there's a white thing or what. But to me, it's a smart thing that you should lend a hand to people who are down. Especially the commanding heights of the economy, according to Dr. Williams, Trinidad. Important sectors in the economy, you just can't let it fall. Because if we had allowed, say, the large car makers to die, and then Japan had this problem with the tsunami, we would have been in trouble to get in cars. Moreover, we would have had to be expending and having a larger deficit, a larger negative balance of payment, because we have to import not only the amount of cars that are coming, but all our cars. Or financial institutions where, it's just crazy. So it's unfortunate that we label the transaction between these people a bailout, and perhaps that give these folks the leeway and the license to go talking that, leave them to die. In my view, it's just a loan. It's a loan that calls for confidence. I believe that things are going to get better with you. Here's the money that you'd need. Pay me back as soon as, you can. And Obama did that, and things improved. And now individuals are thinking like, oh, I could take my hand from my chin and off my head now, and I could snap my depression, and everything is good. But you have to be careful that you don't go there and choose the wrong people. And if things begin to, malfunction again, they'll just put a hand in the pocket and see people collapsing all over the place. Look, the extension of unemployment, all these maneuvers that keeping the peace and giving us the Constitution to recover and so on. So while these folks are copying, and as Mitt is trying to say that the bailout was his idea. It's making rush shudder because all these folks were clamoring that we should allow things to collapse. So we got to keep this in mind. And I think in 012 here, it's not, we haven't really retreated far. I mean, it took at least 8 years of Bush to bring us to that position. And sometimes some sicknesses take longer than the time it took to get there to recover. I don't want to consider what we have as AIDS, but AIDS is something that is going to kill somebody, and it takes long. They got the AIDS in just maybe a couple, 3 minutes, whatever, and for the rest of their life they have to trying to get better, and there's no cure for that. So that it's taking time, and the confidence is coming back. So I believe that in this stretch here, in this next 4 years, with Obama at the helm, I think that things will significantly improve. And so, while Mitt is handsome and he seems to be a good man and everything else, I would just say that this is not the time. We just can't take our eyes off of the ball. We just can't relax and say everything is good. Let us go back to as usual. Things as usual. No, it's still calling for a battle and a march, and for the kind of heart that will assist people who are down.